is live. As always, I have to rely on you people for sound check. Gets comfy by the fire. You dadgum right. Hope you got a fire going on. Run gun business, what is up? Thanks for being here, bro. I'll let a few folks jump on here before I get down to it, because I do have a lot to do. And as always, I've got stuff strung out all over the place. How you been, bro? What's new? Man, not a lot. It's been a week. I'm kind of glad to get this week done. And Jesus Christ, what's up, bro? Sorry, I have to bring my laptop in closer so I can actually see who's commenting. My phone's too far away. How you been, JC? My two favorite people. Tried to run a mile today. Could only run half. That's okay, man. I started with half miles about 3 years ago, and now I don't run anything less than 5 miles. I never thought in my life I could even run 3 miles, and yeah. Best of luck to you. Best thing I can do is it's like 40. I don't know what's the percentage. Somebody told me a percentage on running, and I believe it. I think it's 40%. No, 60% mental. Maybe it's 80% mental. I don't know, man. It's all in your head, though, because I went Thursday. I try to do 15 miles a week, so 3 days a week. I'll do 5-mile sessions. And I've got my mile times, or my 5 miles down right at 50 minutes, 48 to 53 minutes, depending on how I feel. And I swear, like, Monday I could have tapped out at 1 mile, and then you get in the groove and keep going, dude. I will say, like, taking care of my feet helped a whole lot. Good running shoes. Jeez, dude. Running shoes suck. They're expensive. And they wear down really quick. Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to just roll the camera. I've got a lot of stuff to pack up behind me. And I've got some soft material here I'm going to put on my tripod legs so they don't clank around. Sweet. I'll show you what I'm doing here. This is my Death Grip tripod, and it makes a lot of rattling noise. I normally run a, you know what? I don't know the other brand of my tripod I run. I've had it for years, and anyways, I broke it. So tomorrow for this tournament, I'm using the old trusty, reliable Cheapo Depot. I'm looking at a Fat Boy tripod. They're pretty expensive, around $1,300 if you want to do them upright. So that's about to be what's taking my money here pretty soon. If anybody has any experience with Fat Boy tripod, that's what's up. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can tone that down a notch. Let's see the difference on this noise. So this is a Amazon, what it is it's like a sticky cushion tape. It's almost like a cheap, man, I don't know, like cushiony, almost like a mouse pad. Yeah, kind of reminds me of like a mouse pad. And I'm hoping it'll quiet this down because, man, when I first started really needing a bipod to shoot off of, or a tripod, I got this because back in the day these used to only be like $100. Of course, the one spot I didn't put it is where it needs it. We'll restart here. But anyways, the Bog Death Grip is by far the cheapest I'd recommend going for a tripod that still is worth its shit. See, now listen. Got a little microphone on, so you can probably hear. Yep, that makes a huge difference. Now, we'll cushion up this other side. Missouri Survival, you need to just jump in for a live, man. The only reason I didn't go with it is I didn't know how ADD and how well together this would actually last. Any suggestions for a bipod for a Model 70 Winchester with a synthetic stock? Man, honestly, bro, I think I would just go with one of these Bog death grips. That seems to be like the cheapest, most reliable. This one's an older model, so it seems like they've kind of worked out some of the kinks. But that's what I would get because it's one of those where it's universally going to fit everything and you're not having to spend an astronomical amount of money on something that you don't know if you really want to use a lot of. But I would definitely go Bog Death Grip. JC and Run Gun Business, say hello to Missouri Survival. He's a cool dude, man. We've been saying we're going to do a live stream forever, and my schedule is so sporadic. I'll eventually get to where we can start doing scheduled live streams and have guests and kind of grow this community out. But man, I'm totally winging it until we can get organization. That'll come later this year. We'll start having some fun. But yeah, I think I would go Bog Death Grip. That's the cheapest I would feel comfortable recommending to anybody that wouldn't just be entirely pissing their. Man, that made a huge difference. It was really just those two right there that were clanging together. I will also put some noise dampening down here. That's not too bad. Still kind of clanky over here on this one side. Got Mama's kitchen scissors. That's one way to piss your wife off is go get her really good scissors. She's going to get angry. These are actually the cheaper ones. Where's my scissors? That's pretty loud right there. Let's see what you got, bro. Missouri says, the idea with my rifle is a poor man's long-range solution for setting up in OP hide for a security perimeter type situation, and of course deer hunting. Man, even for like the poor man setup, I would still go with a Bog Death Grip. You may like look on Marketplace or some secondhand stores to find these, because a lot of people will buy one and then they never use them. But I really think I think you can get them for like 120 bucks, maybe even cheaper used. I haven't priced one in a really long time, but for 100 bucks, I feel they're worth it because they're not just stupid heavy. You can still backpack them in the woods, put them on your side and whatnot. But I think that's the setup I would go with. I wish I could. Is there any way I can add you to this live? If Missouri is, I'm going to bring you in over here. LOL, my mother and her sewing scissors. Bro, Run Gun, that's the real deal. My mom, man, my folks, yeah, they owned a dry cleaner, so she was constantly had alterations and stuff. And man, they were little mini scissors, but they were sharp as a damn Dickens, man. Those little mini scissors that folded up, sewing scissors. Bro, I swear those things are sharper than any K-bar in existence. But hey, Missouri, if there's a way, my mom is a quilter. That's awesome, dude. Well, we're from Arkansas, so everybody makes quilts around here. Quilts are so badass. It's like a lost art. People that make quilts. We have probably 100 of them here because every woman in my family makes them. But sorry, the only. Why would you be sorry? I don't need your sympathy because there's only a handful of people watching. Clearly, I'm not doing this for a living. We do this to fuck off and hang out with the boys. But if you want to send me some money because you're really sorry, Ben, you're more than welcome to. Chris! Everybody give a round of applause for Chris. Thank you for being here. No, that's awesome, dude. No problem, Missouri. We're going to make it work one day. Chris, it's good to see you in here, man. Chris has been a long-time follower of me on the Mishiko channel and always been a good sport. He really likes it when I shit on 1911s. I did bump the time up this morning just because I'll probably be hitting the hay pretty early tonight, just because we're going to be hitting the road extremely early in the morning. Man, you know what? This Amazon quiet tape is pretty damn good. I should have made that a little wider. Let's go with right there. This is coming together great, folks. For those of you just joining, my tripod makes a lot of clanking noise. This is my backup. This was the first tripod I had when I first got into coyote hunting, and it's just really loud. And unfortunately, it's going to be my primary tripod tomorrow. So trying to quieten it up. And then if you guys want, I'm going to go through some gear and stuff I'm taking for those that don't watch this while it's live, who may want to get something out of it. You know what? I don't know. I'm just talking out the side of my neck right now. What's everybody's plans this weekend? Where's everybody going? Staying in? Is it getting cold? It's getting cold here. It was summer for like 3 days, and then now we're back in the nice cold windy stuff that everybody likes. It will affect the coyote hunt in the morning. We're supposed to get some rain, so if anybody ever goes coyote hunting, wind sucks. Either the wind is affecting the sound of your call, or they're going to smell you. Hey, this is quiet. I'm happy with this. Great. You know what, Chris? If I had some pool noodles, I would use the foam. I was actually going to use gun case cushion, the stuff that's in the gun case. But the problem is this has to come down really small and then kind of fit on the side of my backpack. So if I use like a big foam gun noodle or pool noodle, it's just a little too thick where it doesn't close. But you can see here, this little foam stuff here, this stuff kicks ass. That right there is my battery pack because I'm lazy. I just tape it to it, cut the tape. Missouri's going to paint my rifle, organize gear that is in the dire need of attention. Dude, I know, you're telling me. I'll bring the camera into some of this gear stuff here in a minute. I've got so much crap that needs to be organized. What happens is I'll have all this crap piled up in the house, and then I have to pull it out and throw it in here and then organize it. And then my table and packs. Oh, by the way, this is a sweet Amazon snag. Those of you lucky enough to be in the live while I talk about this. This is I call it like a crotch pouch. It's actually a belly bag, but it'll go underneath your chest carrier, so it kind of hangs down pretty low. But I actually have the tags for this. I'll show you people. Or at least I think I do. I don't throw anything away until I have to. Oh man, y'all are out of luck, but I will find it for you guys. But yeah, Amazon, I think Missouri Survival may know what pack this is if you're in here. This little dude's pretty sweet. It's gonna drive me crazy. Let's see here. China. We may lose our Chinese goods for a minute. I'm finding this tactical pouch. I should just do a video on it, but like, who really wants to talk about a tactical pouch for 20 minutes? Probably me. I think I found it. No, I didn't. Jesus, these little Chinese pouches are sweet. But anyways, yeah, I'll put my batteries and stuff in there. And then, of course, this zips off. You could zip it onto your chest rig. And then it's got Velcro backing. What I do is, like in my truck seats, I'll flip the seats up, and then like the Velcro on the back of your seats, you can just suck this little dude up there. I'm gonna find it so I can tell you people. I'm not affiliated with this company in any way, but it is a cheap, I think I'm getting closer. I think it's a Petac. Oh, here it is. Nope. Dude, how many of these companies on Amazon make these little rigs? I could just log in and look at my last order, but I'd have to do that on my phone. I'd watch it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a dangler pouch. That's a better word for it. Should I get a thermal scope or for coyote hunting? Yeah, definitely. Jerry White, how would you recommend bow hunting coyotes? Same way I would with a gun. Just get them within 40 or 50 yards or 30 yards. It all depends on what kind of bow you're using. Hell, they make crossbows now that'll do 100 yards. But honestly, a bow would be great. I've killed coyotes with my crossbow when I used to not know how to bow hunt very well. Any tip would work. Just smoke them in the side, hit them in the lung. They're going to drop. Yeah, back to Hunter Valley. You definitely, I mean, a thermal would be great. It depends on how much you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it very much, don't spend the money. It may be best to maybe borrow someone's or check somebody else's out and see if you actually like it. A lot of people go out and they'll spend all this crazy money on these thermals, and then they'll go hunting like once a year, which, hey, if you've got the money and the income to drop on a $2 or $3 or $4 or $5,000 thermal, by all means do it. But I always recommend try to go with somebody before you start dropping serious coin. Go see if you dig it or not. See, this leg needs some lube. We're gonna lube this up real quick. It's stiff as a damn board. Missouri has, I got a PSE Marauder, cheap in trade. I need to learn to shoot. I've never been an archery guy. Yeah, archery's tough. There's a reason a lot of people ask why I don't get into bow hunting. And I still go bow hunting. I'll just usually take a crossbow. And I think it's because I'm so wrapped up in gun drills and pistol drills. Like if I'm going to bow hunt, I want to use an old school compound bow. So that is the plan this year. I'll be dropping some big deer with a compound bow. But realistically, over the years, I've just never taken the time to really perfect bow hunting. Of course, I've got 1,000 friends that do, and I'll still go, if I do go hunting with them, I'll just take a crossbow. And people can laugh all they want about taking a crossbow, but it's like, dude, I'm not hunting for bragging rights. I'm hunting for meat because that's what we eat. So people can get over it. All I do is bow hunt. All it takes is reps. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's all it takes is reps and time and money. I mean, bows, arrows, all that shit costs money, and it's just never been a priority. I do a depredation hunt twice a year, so I'm clearing out a whole lot of deer. And yeah, other than that, bow hunting is definitely on the list. You guys can hold me to it. I'm grabbing some lube here for this tripod. Maybe it'll help loosen this up. What Coyote call do you use? I use several different ones, but I use Fox Pro a whole lot. This is the I've actually got the box because I've got two of them now. The X24 Fox Pro. I use that. And I've got a couple of these too. So I'll bounce between this Western Rivers. It's got the call and stuff in the back. This is more of a portable call. And then I have a Lucky Duck that is actually in my truck. Here is another X24 here in this case. So I try to take now 2 calls with me because if you're new to the channel or you hang around, you can ask some people in the comments what happened to my last call I had just a week or 2 ago. Sorry, I'm sure that was loud, but yeah. I always take two calls, backup calls, but yeah. Fox Pro is probably my favorite. That sounds awesome. Where do I sign up for the deer clear out? Well, it's all about who you know, and I hound people to let me do their depredation hunts. But if you go to a lot of farmers that like grow, I don't know, watermelon, strawberry, whatever it may be, they usually can get license from the state, and you can help them keep the deer out of their crops, which is really cool because, well, that's what I do. And I've got a couple of places I get to go now. So it's really good because some year I'll get, 10, 12. Sometimes they have limits. The Game and Fish will go. We'll check them out, see how many you can kill. But anyways, it's free food and I sure enjoy it. And it's a good way to, I'll see how far you can take a deer. A lot of people don't realize, but deer are kind of pests in certain areas. There's just like a giant groundhog. All right, I think this is getting a little better. There we go. Never done that before. Yes, it did. Run gun knew. It got attacked by a high-speed projectile. Came out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, like, didn't see that coming. I wasn't aiming at the call or anything like that either, so totally wasn't my fault. Dude, this damn thing. There we go. So yeah, a lot of your tripods do require maintenance. See, this one's just been beat to hell, but I still maintenance it. Just part of it. I blew a button out. Yes, they can. They screw them up, dude. Especially wineries, if you're around any vineyards for wineries that make wine, they mess all that stuff up too. Muscadines, anything like that, they're real good at tearing the crops out. I could actually take you guys out here and show you deer in my backyard. Let's do it, because there's some out here right now. I'll take y'all outside. You can see them. See if they're still out here anyways. There were a bunch just a minute ago. All right. There they are. This is what living in the Ozark Mountains gets you right there. So I feed them, and there's a reason I put this fence up, even though we're literally in the middle of the mountains. I put this fence up because these deer here I don't kill. I just let them reproduce. Oh, there's one I killed. But yeah, they're all back here. And since we're in this big dip in the valley, there'll be more here in a minute. There's no way she's alone. But yeah, a lot of people ask, well, if you live out in the mountains, why the hell do you have a fence? Well, because the coyotes will come right here in the backyard and get things out of the yard. I was waiting for a buck. I know there'll be a big buck. No way she's alone. Oh, there the other one is. There she is. I bet that's a buck right there. Anyways, this guy right here likes deer. Told you there'd be deer back there. Every night at this exact same time, there's a gang of them back there. And they're cool. Oh, all right. Oh yeah, they can tear crop fields up. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments. We have a lot of wild hogs in Florida. Yeah, those are a pain in the ass. We have them here in the Ozarks, but on the end of the world I live in, they don't come on this side of the mountain. Now you go 20 miles or 10 miles east and west, then they are all over the place. I don't know how we luck out over on this side. JC, it's nice. It's a lot of upkeep, but it is nice. That's good stuff, man. I don't think I could ever live anywhere else. All right, we're gonna go through some gear. I'm gonna clear this table out, and I'm gonna pack my box. And I'll check in on questions in a minute. Bags. Tomorrow I'm running a 308. So Coyote bag, med kit, and batteries, chargers, goon tape, chapstick. And the reason I'm taking this, it's funny because a lot of people will comment, well, you take a lot of gear. But what they don't understand is when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're walking into a lot of these places, I'm about to choke. Sorry, guys. I think it was windy. It's blown something up. But yeah, what a lot of people don't realize is when you're doing these like 8-hour, 10-hour hunts, you want to take things like a poncho when it's calling for rain because, well, I don't have a truck handy. So we're getting out and we're walking 2,000 acres. And yeah, it's just how it goes. Tripod, bag. Ammo, I want to go ahead and go over this because somebody will ask. I usually run 10 and 20 round mags, and this is the ammo I'm actually running. I've never ran this stuff before. It's a custom light, and I will say I put 15 rounds through it today to check zero. It was a huge difference in this stuff here compared to my IMI Razor Core. But yeah, this is the stuff. It's a 308 125 grain SST, and it's expensive. $41.99 a box. I put 8 rounds on paper. So it was probably at 100 yards, it was about a 6-inch difference high. I think it was. My gosh, I should have recorded it. But yeah, normally I'm running Razor Core in my 308. So I had to adjust everything 1/2 mil low and maybe 1/4 mil in windage. But other than that, it was pretty good. Oh, just trying to get more subscribers in Run Gun. Overton sponsor. Somebody tell me what Overton sponsor is. That's awesome. You'll have to fill me in. Good group of people in here, folks. Howdy, Uncle. Speak of the devil. What would be your caliber of choice for grizzly bear defense? The same caliber I'm carrying, a 9mm. I don't know, 308, 223, 5.56. I mean, if you're like actively going to hunt grizzly bears, then a bow, like crossbow, longbow. I mean, as far as defense for a grizzly bear, whatever you carry for defense from 2-legged people. I mean, they say 10 mil does really good on grizzly bears. But I can assure you, whether it's a bear or a moose, if you put 17 hollow point critical defense rounds in its chest, it's probably going to turn around. Yeah. Where's the prepared father? Justin Worse is in here. What is up? How's work going tonight, bro? Damn, what a group of guys. This guys that's in this chat right here, this should be a bonfire. We're all going to meet up. We're going to blow shit up and have a fire. Anywho, packing my bags. Camo, let's get into gear. It's going to be rainy tomorrow. Nobody can laugh. It's Sitka. They give this shit away to people like me. No, they're not a sponsor, but there are ways to figure out how to get stupid good gear for a stupid good price. Pack, I am going to put down pants. These are really cool. These are like a stuffed down camouflage pants. I take these pretty much on all my coyote or deer hunts if I'm walking miles, because if you do set down, obviously you've got down pants. No, this is just a pack of camo and wet gear that stays in my truck in the bed of it. This is a RGD bag. Bought it when it was on Sizzell. And yeah, don't ever pay full price for shit. Wait for your YouTuber to give you a discount code. Or, you know what, I'm keeping those in there. Or wait till Black Friday. That's an even better thing. This will be what I wear in the morning. Waterproof gear, because it's going to be raining and it's going to be windy. So the first hour of this hunt, or 2 or 3, is going to be literally pissing in the wind. Set my tripod over here by the door. What's in the box? So I will still keep IMI system 175 grains with me when I go, because these are like 100% what this gun right over here runs in it so stinking well. Toolkit, sunglasses, fanny pack. Dude, I'm a hoarder when it comes to this kind of crap. I really am. Call. All right, let's hang out. I think we're solid. This gives me an excuse to move around. Oh. Justin. Hell yeah, bro. Oh, you just hang out. Everybody go check out Justin Worst's channel. Link your channel in here. Say the name. So for scent camouflage, Chris, that is a great question. There's a couple of different ways I'll handle that. For deer, I will build a fire in the backyard and put a lot of green, like get a fire going and put like green grass shavings and just make smoke and put all of my camo near it or above it, or like trap it in a box. Kind of put like a box over it where all the smoke's going into your camo. And honestly, like when you fill your clothes up, especially wool with smoke from a fire, that stuff lasts like all season. That whole bag and all that camo still smells like smoke. But other than that, I really don't take it too crazy, because if you are hunting properly and you're playing the wind right, it doesn't matter if you smell like a fire pit or you're wearing cologne. If that wind is blowing at your nose and it's going behind you and that deer is 20 yards in front of you, it ain't gonna know you're there. Camo isn't the most important thing. Coyotes are a little different. You know, coyotes gonna be able to see you a little better. But as far as deer, just play the wind. Scent control is pretty good. I've noticed like really big mature bucks. This is what people do wrong when they're hunting big mature bucks, is they'll see that really big buck hit their camera and it's like the biggest deer they've ever seen, and it comes on their camera at 2 a.m. in the morning. That very next morning and that very next day, they're just plowing through that property. don't go out there and leave your scent. Those big deer, those 6, 7 year old big monster bucks, they know when you've been there. And there's a reason they cruise through your property at midnight or 2 a.m. is because they're checking to see how much you're out there. And if you go back out there that very next day and you're walking through there and you've been wearing your shoes in the grocery store or your boots in the grocery store, that deer's going to smell you and it's not going to come back. What's the bourbon tonight? I don't know, Chris. It's a good question. What do you want me to drink? What part of the Ozarks? I'm up on the Springfield Podo. You're not too far away. Did companies just start reaching out to you with products for your YouTube channel? Do you ever reach out and ask when you are looking at a product? So I have never actually ever reached out to a company. I reached out to one company back when I was on the Michiko channel, and it was S-Stack, the mag pouches, because I really, really like their stuff. And that was probably 3 years ago, and they never reached back out. I just sent them an email. I did ask for a first responder discount, so they gave me a first responder discount. And I've been using S-Stack pouches and mag pouches and their battle belts for like 5 years now. Did reach out to them with the Michiko channel, which was like 10 times bigger than this channel, and they never responded. Now, channels will, or companies will reach out to me, but it's really weird because you almost want to reach out to the companies that you've been using their products that you really like, but most of the time they're bigger companies. This company here reached out, so this laser rangefinder by Ink Irma. I got this for free. I did a video on it if you go through. I haven't done a review, but they reached out to me, sent me an email, and said, hey, we want to send you a free laser rangefinder. And I said, sure, why not? I'll review it. And I really do like it. It's pretty badass, especially for under $100. And they gave me a discount code. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, I don't know how many I've sold. Don't know, don't care. I just know it's a tough rangefinder. But yeah, honestly, I would like to reach out to companies, but here's the thing kind of about this channel is I like to spend time with products because, well, I do sales and I don't want to sell the people that watch my content shit. Like that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to get caught up into that. Yeah, hogs are everywhere over here, but good question, Overton sponsor. Yeah, Jerry, I don't know what the solution to hogs is other than kill them and eat them because they take over everything. I'm gonna adjust this camera real quick. I feel like it's looking at the top of my head. It's kind of driving me crazy. I'm telling you guys, my table is an absolute mess here. Maybe that's better. Beautiful. Bacon is good. I ask out 10 at least a week, but I'll only reach out to brands I've experienced. I usually get 2 to 10 bites. Yeah, that seems to be kind of the way all this stuff works is a company will reach out to you, and if you like it, get their stuff. What kind of doggo you got? An American Akita. Theo, can you say hi? Come here, bear. Good boy. He's the dog that I got him when he was 8 weeks old, and he goes hunting with me all the time. See if we can turn the camera here. He's a big boy. Oh, sorry, I'm sure this is crooked. Crooked. We're totally winging it tonight. What's his name? I call him Bear. I don't give his real name out just because he is 100% a guard dog, and that's what he's on this property to do. American Akitas are like the real deal when it comes to kind of eating people. So I don't ever give his real name out on the internet just because if anyone ever did try to come here, well, he takes care of the business too. So we can call him Bear. And it's good seeing you, Jansen. Glad you're here, man. You need to come to the range and shoot. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, they're badass guard dogs. So he's like the best hunting dog ever because he's always down to hunt. And like those deer I was showing off in the backyard, it's great because, well, if you ever, you can't do it because it's illegal. But yeah, he can definitely take a deer down. Man, this camera's driving me crazy. Yeah, come down to the range and shoot, man. Shoot me a message. We'll be pretty much booked up all weekend. We're doing the Coyote tournament, so I'll be working on that. But next weekend, you should come down and shoot, man. Bring your pistol. Where's the guns at? Well, I mean, there's a whole room full of them. Probably in the gun safe. Hell yeah. They've been getting approval times for in like 3 or 4 days, or 3 or 4 months if you're me. It's funny because the gun place, or where we get our guns at, everybody else gets approval times in like 2 or 3 days, and mine's a year still. So yeah, you never know. Hey, thanks, Justin Worst. I appreciate it, man. You know, the main reason I took the partner was just to try it and see what it was about. There's another company that reached out that I was doing some stuff with them, and I think their stuff's pretty good, but man, I just couldn't really get the ball rolling. And eventually, I think I will. I'll probably start advertising for them again, but yeah. Dude, I don't, I hope it doesn't either. My suppressor, the first suppressor I got, took so freaking long. I had to send an email to the governor. I've got it on my computer. One second. So at a year and 4 months, I could not get my suppressor out of jail. So what I did was I totally thought outside of the box. And I'm going to read to you the email that I sent to get my suppressor out of jail. So everybody stay tuned. I'm going to tell you this right now. Got to go to my sent emails. What year was that? Right here. So what happened? Oh, I'm in the wrong email. Hang tight, folks. I got so sick of waiting for this suppressor. I'm going to tell you who I emailed. They get my vote. Anyways, it was like the governor. Why can't I find that email? Anyways, I wrote the governor's office, senator. It was the senator of the state. Wrote him a letter explaining to him how I'm a hunter and I do land depredation hunts, and it is critical that my hearing doesn't get damaged and noise pollution, all of this stuff. So the senator's assistant wrote back, "Can you send us your suppressor number and maybe it was like my social? I wish I could find the email. I will." But anyways, I sent them all the information, and within 24 hours, I get a email from Silencer Co. that my suppressor had been released. So it was freaking badass. The Prepared Father's here. What is up, bro? I want to get a 30 cal suppressor, but I don't know what one I should get. What do you think? Dude, go with a multi-cal suppressor. Go with what's ever cheaper. For your first suppressor, multi-cal. Hybrid 36, hybrid 42. I don't know, man. I can't give a lot of advice for suppressors because they all work, they all do the trick, and they all come with generally a lifetime warranty. But Silencer Co. has been really good to deal with from if there's a baffle strike or we break one. But lots of experience with Silencer Co. and thousands of rounds through them. But glad that the father's here. What's up, bro? Dude, it is a great Friday. It is a lot of liquor. I had to contact my representative after 60 days and about 24 hours after I got approval. That's exactly how it is. Omega 36 is the best. That's what I would run. Omega 36, hands down. I've got like 10,000 rounds through one, and it's a freaking tank. What's the father up to tonight? Good advice. 450, 458. The 46 is going to allow you to get them big calibers in. What do they actually call it? Obviously, the 45 to 7. It's got a name. I'm trying to think of this other suppressor. Go from 5.56 to 45.70 Gov. That's a wide variety of bullets. It is a little heavier though. The one suppressor I have is a Surefire RC, and it was when the suppressor took forever, dude. And when I got it, shot with it out ear pro and was shocked how little it did. Yeah, that's no shit, man. If I was going to get a suppressor for a 22, Chris, I would just get like a Sparrow or one of the cheaper ones. Don't use an Omega for one of those, because with a 22, you want a 22 specific. Oh, I see. 22 5.56. Sorry, a little slow here. Yeah, Omega 36. What Run Gun said. Can't go wrong with it, man. But yeah, prepared father. I think that's like what everybody does is they get a suppressor and they don't realize that it's not going to be the greatest thing, but it is better than no suppressor, especially for hunting. There's nothing worse than shooting with somebody that doesn't have a can, or you're hunting with somebody that doesn't have a suppressor. But those Surefires are pretty badass. I don't know if they're the greatest in terms of like sound decimals, but they will last forever. I know I'm forgetting something. And of course I will. You bet, Chris. We got some good people in here. If anybody has any questions and you don't want to hear it from me, Jesus Christ Does Good, Run Gun, The Prepared Father, Just 10 Worst. There's some good people in here to get some solid knowledge. So if anybody has gun questions and you don't want to hear my mouth talk, or you do, ask, because you're going to get good answers. These are people that are pretty snazzy. Yeah, we're going to pour one drink here in just a moment and ask some questions, and it's going to be bouncy time because I'm going to bed early tonight. That's just how it is. Gun, check. Box of goodies, check. Tequila. We could do a tequila night. G4 Blanco. Stuff is fire. Knob Creek 12. Private barrel. That's what we're going to go with. I know I've got one in here. Yep, I do. Private barrel, 12-year-old, Knob Creek. Single barrel select. One of the finest bourbons. We're just going to go for a small pour because we don't need to ramble too long. It's been a busy week. Gentleman Jack 20-year-old? I didn't even know they made a Gentleman Jack 20-year-old. I guess you could take your own Gentleman Jack and put it in a barrel and age it for 20 years. I've got some sweet Jack Daniels in the house that is unbelievable. Private barrel, foolproof Jack Daniels. But there's another shelf over here that has some Jack Daniels in it, but it's in that corner. Right there. Everything's backwards. Don't you love it? But good stuff. Cheers, gentlemen. Very, very good stuff. Single barrel, select, private barrel, Knob Creek, 12 years old. Maybe one of the best bourbons I've found If anybody knows how single barrel bourbons work, once it's gone, it's gone. They don't make them anymore. Cheers. Very good. Cheers, Jansen. Good seeing your comment here. I can't say seeing you because you're not here, but yeah, you're gonna have to plan a range trip down here. Well, the good news is nobody's talking about SHOT Show, so that's excellent. Not having to see that shit anymore. Did anybody actually see anything from that shit that they like? Because I didn't. I'm sure there were some people that went, and it's probably a good time for networking, but man, not a whole lot of interest in anything. You would think America company will make? I doubt it. Shill Show. That's exactly right, sponsor. Backdraft. Dude, no, for real. JC, you are 100% about that backfire barrel because essentially they're going to do like what the fart triggers are and they're going to find a way around to make a hush, little quietening thing work, which I think is great. To answer your question, Chris, I doubt it. I don't think I don't think there's enough people that would buy it to make it worth a company's time to invest in all of that and do it. And two, um, you know, PSA said they would, but PSA is fantastic about overhyping products and not delivering. It's like a PSA goal. It's a standard. Absolutely. I will be there. I don't even know where it's at. But once I find out where it's at, I am going to be there. In the group chat the other day, he was mentioning, I came up with the name. Did y'all get a logo? Desert in Las Vegas. Oh, well then hell yeah, I'll be there. JC, did y'all get a logo yet? I remember the logo that I seen was pretty close to the shill show or to the actual SHOT Show. I think there's a few revisions of the logo. That's awesome. So a backfire barrel is similar to a recoilless rifle and vents the gas out of the rear. Never heard of it. Somewhat. Essentially, what it's going to do, I think JC would probably be the best to explain this, but yeah, something along those lines there. I think, yeah, I want to see the logo. Oh, that's funny. I'll have to look. I haven't checked in the group yet. Is it 1 week before SHOT Show? 24 hours and poof, it's gone. Backdraft barrel will act like a reflex suppressor. Barrel length is the reflex, but should only work with silencer attached. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Do we know when those are going to come out? Like when production or when people can actually buy those? Or is that too far in the works? Dude, I will tell you guys one thing that's cool, and that's that damn fart trigger. Yeah, he is. Run Gun's suppressor genius, I'm starting to learn. Or till someone finds a muzzle device that lines up with the vents. Very well put. I signed up for the email notification. Run Gun, keep me in the loop on that, bro. Curious about how that's going to work. And I wonder how much it'll be. Dude, let me tell you, the super safety, let's talk. Buy one. Yep, that's what has to happen. You just got to buy one. I don't know how else to put it. It's a must. Yes, it is. It is selectable. And it has been very reliable, like 100% reliable. I think I've got to be up to 530 rounds because I was at now I'm at 560 rounds, I think. I've wasted a lot of ammo the first week I got it because everyone wants to come over and shoot it. And I'm a nice guy. Some people actually know because I've had 3 people bring their own ammo. I'm out like 500 rounds of my own. It's over 600 rounds. No hiccups. Nothing. Jansen, go look on my video here in a minute of the fart trigger. Just look on my shorts and there'll be one that shows it. But someone can probably explain in the comments what exactly it is. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Super safety, forced reset trigger. I don't know if I can talk about. I don't know how this shit works. I'm not monetized anyways, so it doesn't matter. We can talk about whatever we want. Better way. Yeah. So if you've seen the short, what it is it's just a trigger that helps you shoot just a little faster. Hoffman Tactical for an in-depth overview. Very well. I actually need to watch that anyways. One day my shorts are going to be really cool and I'll be able to pull videos in and we will watch them around the campfire. But right now, I'm not paying for anything else until I start making money with this shit. D-Dog Tactical, what's up, bro? You got it. These nuts is always the best place to get a super safety. Oh, that's sweet. I'll check it out. Overton sponsor. Did anybody ever buy the rare breed super safety? It didn't have it didn't have select fire though, did it? It was just single fire, right? Literally D's nuts. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Literally D's nuts. I like how I'll label this video a coyote hunt tournament. That didn't take long. I'm clicking on the link. Dude. Sweet. Why do I not know about these things? See, boys, this is why you guys are here. This is why you guys are here. Specials. I like specials. Platform. Oh, so I got them for the AK? No, rare breed was not selectable. I think that, yeah, that's why it wasn't as popular. Yeah, dude, it happens. They'll either get lost in boating accidents or I burnt a lot of my stuff when I found out that we shouldn't own these things. if I'm not on a watch list at this point by the ATF, I would be highly offended. Highly offended. As everybody probably watching this, you're on an ATF watch list just by being here. Brought to you by Foxtrotter 6. And good bourbon. Good bourbon. If anybody wants a cheap ass laser rangefinder, Inkerma, it's straight from China. You might as well get it now because it's not going to get any cheaper. I've thrown that box 20 fucking times. What's up, Micah Davenport? No, dude. D-Dog, no way would I ever mouth Chinese products. I'm in, dude. I think that a lot of these Chinese products are, with today's standards and the way this stuff's made, a lot of them are pretty damn good. I'm not knocking any Chinese products, man. I'm a fan. And they're cheap. Do I have a 308? Yes, I do. Micah, thanks for being here. There's a 308 right there. And there's like 3 308s on this other couch. And there's a 308 over here. 308s are everywhere. They're falling from the fucking sky over here. What a fantastic group of guys. I hope everybody's going to the desert next year. Well, thank you, country boys. Flatter me some more, my friend. We're going to get super chats on here. That way I can test all you bastards that say you love my videos. Get in the goulash. Am I in there right now? Let me see here, bro. Oh, yeah. The old beater Pioneer. Chris, you know about that son of a gun. That poor Pioneer has been through shit, everything. You know, it's the cheapest gun I think I own that refuses to die. But yeah, there's my very first video I put on YouTube. I took the beater Pioneer. No, it was the second video I ever put. It went on a coyote hunt. I'm a member on both my channel names with Windex. I'd be down. Hell yeah. You'll have to tell me about the goulash, bro. I'm slightly stupid. I'm basically a boomer trying to work YouTube. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. JC, Overton members only signal chat. I'm definitely a member. I wear my Overton member badge very proudly. So if you see JC run gun in a select few, they are the slave laborers that they take care of business. What's up, Colcoon? No, you're cool, bro. Chris, you guys are all cool. They're full. Yeah, there you go. AGM Rattler. AGM Rattles are fantastic. You should definitely get one. They've got the V2 series out right now. So, for anyone that is looking for a good thermal that is not going to break the bank, go with an AGM Rattler. You can get the first generations for, you could probably get them used for like $1,000. Don't go with the, I think it's a TS25. Do not go with that. Jump it up to the at least like 34 AGM Rattler, TS34 or 36. And now they make the V2, which is like probably the best thermals bang for your buck, in my opinion. I've used a Rattler for shit. How long now? 3 years, 4 years since they first came out. So Run Gun and JC. JC is like literally, we call him Jesus Christ because he's a mod that just appears. Him and Run Gun both. Fantastic. Yukon! Yukon is the Lord. He's JC 2.0. Dude, talk about a dude that has grown. Oh my God, this dude's put in the hours. So I need to go back up here to Jansen. Djarman, go follow everything Yukon. You have to look for his channel. Freaking awesome, dude. We did a live together. He's always around. You will have to check out his channel. But if you look up everything Yukon, folks, go follow the feller. Go follow the feller. He's a mighty good man. Thanks. What do you know about DNT, Therm, not TNC? That's a mouthful. Thank you, JC. Let me look that up and see if I even recognize it. DNT, Thermite. Probably not much, man. So the reason I run AGM is because when I first started working at a gun shop, I went out on a whim and bought one of theirs because I liked the way they looked. And now the gun shop, we basically supply all their stuff. So AGM has just been really, really good. If I could show you mine, it's literally beat to hell. I don't know this DNT company, but they look a lot like kind of an AGM looking clone. How do you mount them to the gun? Oh, I see. Well, it's got a 335. Excuse me. And it's got a ballistic calculator. I'm not really sure. They do come with a 3-year warranty. The quality looks pretty good. Just wondering how they hold up. They look kind of bulky. I'm looking at a picture of one mounted on a gun, and it looks like it's got a lot going on. Where are these things made at? Contact us. Looks like they're probably like imported to Texas or put together in Texas. So I don't know. Man, the only thing I can recommend is AGM has been really good. I've owned like 5 of them. I try to trade mine off about every 2 years or 1 year or twice a year. It just depends on if I find a good deal. Array, the infra Array is really, really good. See if anything else pops up that I've used. I've put a lot of time in the Array. Especially for the price, yeah. What D-Dog said. Thank you, DJZ. I appreciate it. Yukon's in the house. Man, we got a packed house. This is just the homies right now. I love it. I love it. ATN does decent stuff. I had a buddy buy an ATN, but you know, I'm not quite sure about ATN. I wish I could talk a little more about them, but I would either go with the AGM Rattler series or maybe an IRA. Those are going to be like my top two right now, and that could change next week. So here's the deal: the TS34 would be like your best budget entryway into thermal if you're new into it, but the 36 is really good. Um, I ran a 34 for like 2 years, and I smacked more coyotes than most people that not hunt. It'll get the job done, but the 36 is going to be able to give you quite a bit more identification. And then now the V2, let me see which that last one is. It's the 35-640 is a really good one. I've played with that one a whole lot. I think that's what I just ordered a new one, and I need to look and see which one it is. I'll tell you in just a second. I can't keep up with all these numbers. I don't have time for this shit. I ordered the V2 LRF 5384. That one is going to be the cat's tits. Now, if I were to get into a budget one, I would go with maybe the 384. That would probably be your best bet. Or the 35 384. But you're still going to be looking at like $2,000. But here's the thing is if you're already spending $1,500 on a thermal, just spend like $500 more, $2,000, and now you have like the best thermal ever. Or buy a used one. That's how I would do it. That's how I always do it. I'm always in the mood for a bargain. Robert was looking at a Geisel SD but have a hard time forking over 2.4K for a rifle. What would you do and recommend? So let me ask, Robert, what are you going to be using the rifle for? I'm assuming this is 223 5.56. 2.4K. So $2,500 is something you're considering to buy an AR-15. What's the one I ordered? So Robert, go ahead and answer that question. What's the purpose of this gun? What are you going to be using it for? The one I ordered is the LRF 5640. I'm sorry, no, one step down. I ordered the, holy cow, their website. Yeah, the AGM Rattler V2 5640. It was $3,995. That's the AGM Rattler V2 5640. That's the newest one I've ordered. I think AGM does do some, JC. I think they do a helmet mount. Yeah, the Rattler, like what Run Gun said, the Rattler can be mounted to the helmet. So if Robert said, I have a 226 Zev that I currently use for home defense, but want a bougie rifle. I mean, dude, this is a hard question to answer, and I don't want to. I'll just tell you straight up since you asked. Like, if you're wanting a bougie rifle in 223 5.56, I would highly recommend just buying an HK MR 5.56 A4. If you really want a bougie rifle and you just want to blow some money, it's a piston-driven gun, and I have put close to 6,000 rounds through one, and they do not fail, and you don't have to clean them. Dealer cost is roughly 3.2, 3,500, or 3.5. So you're probably going to spend over $3,000 on one. Okay, if you want to do it right and still have a bougie rifle and not break the bank, shoot amazing groups, and have a reliable firearm, buy a LaRue. Buy a LaRue lower and a LaRue upper. The LaRue uppers were on sale at, what the hell is the name of that company? Not Palmetto, Primary Arms. LaRue had their 5.56, whatever they call them, their precision uppers for $1,000. That is hands down the best upper bolt carrier group and barrel, in my opinion, you can buy that is going to shoot lights out 24/7. They were $1,000. So I don't know. Get an LMT. What D-Dog said. I've spent countless years with LMT. They're fantastic. LMT's great. LaRue would be my number one. LMT, HK. You know, Geisley makes fantastic products, but I'm not all about spending 2.5 to $2,000, $700 on a Geisley complete gun. They do make good stuff. They make really good stuff, but exactly, Sean Zimmerman, LMT, LaRue, Daniel Defense, Geisley. Daniel Defense is fantastic. I have put thousands of rounds through Daniel Defenses, as have everybody else I shoot with. They're great. But I would not put the Geisley in there. Yeah, I'm with D-Dog. You bet. Everybody in these comments is freaking amazing. This is why you have amazing people like Jesus Christ and Run Gun. They keep this shit straight. D-Dog Tactical. So LMT's warranty program is really cool. I picked up an LMT used 2 years ago. I took a video of it. I filmed the whole thing. Picked up a used one, and this thing shot amazing groups. So I called LMT and I asked them about like warranty. You know, it started getting weird. I'd put about 200 rounds through it, and I noticed it started pulling to the left a little bit. Called LMT, and they were really, really good to work with. They actually told me how old the gun was. It was like a 12-year-old firearm. I didn't realize that. I thought it was maybe 2 or 3 years old. And yeah, their warranty stuff was really, really good. LaRue's warranty stuff is really, really good. I've had to use LaRue twice. And yeah, they're awesome to work with. 14.5 or 16. Don't have a range that I can really shoot distance, but don't want an SBR. Then go 16. When in doubt, go 16 inches. Exactly. That's a good one, Run Gun. I always recommend, if you don't want an SBR, 16. Plus, like, really, 14.5 is kind of a thing of the past. I think a lot of people have gotten over, this is the way I look at it. If you want an SBR, go 10.5. And if you want anything bigger, go 16 or 11.5. 10.5, 11.5, skip everything else, go 16. Exactly. I've done 2-gun comps, and I've always ran a 16-inch. Matter of fact, I ran an 18-inch. That 308 I ran in a 2-gun, so 10.5 is short. Yes. 11.5 is the sweet spot. My Daniel Defense is 11.5, and that Summa gun shoots great groups, reliable, and by the time you put a 6 or 7.5 inch suppressor on it, it's basically like having a 16-inch gun. Everybody in here is giving great advice. Fantastic. Not a sponsor. Solid dudes. Damn Skippy, it's solid dudes. Run Gun. I have an AR-15 300 black with 6.25 8-inch suppressor. It's mostly action, noise at the ear. That's badass. My only concern with the 16 inch is when I put a suppressor, it might feel heavy. Okay, I thought you did, not a sponsor. So here's the thing about it's going to feel heavy. You should just get used to heavy guns. I don't own a gun that isn't heavy unless it's like a handgun. I mean, most guns, if you have them set up the way they need to be set up, are going to be heavy. Whether it be a suppressor, a bipod, a decent handrail, a PEC, a D-ball, whatever your IR system is, guns are heavy and guns are loud. So I would just get used to it. Dude, 300 blackout suppress is so fun. Run gun, what's it like out of that 6.6 1/4? Oh, okay, got an 8-inch silencer. I've got some sweet 300 blackout V Maxes that just are detrimental within 100 yards. They make a mess out of things. Well, folks, my drink is gone. I am about to jet out of here. I'm giving it 5 more minutes. Who was it that had the 7-inch 300 WM? I'm trying to think of how long my 300 blackout is on my Maxim PDX. Maxim PDX 300. I think it's like a 4 and like a 6-inch barrel. Yeah, 5.5 is what my Maxim PDX barrel is. And that little dude is loud. They make, which Maxim makes their own suppressor for it, but I'm not spending the money on that. The Nightmare, no recoil, really is a trigger. It's too easy to double tap. DJZ, little off target, but does anyone have an experience with predator hunting on public land? Advice. How big of a pain in the ass is it, especially now that turkey season's around the corner? Well, it depends on what you're doing. So when I public land hunt for predators, I tend to do it at night because nobody else is going to be hunting at night other than you, and I always look for vehicles. So if I am going to public land predator hunt, I make sure I'm going to a spot that no one's at. Or if people are there, I tend to find those people and see if they want to hunt together. So it can be a pain in the ass, but you know, it is what it is. Make sure you're all up to date with your license and your game and fish. Make sure you have your predator control permit. Do all of those things. It's not that bad of a pain in the ass. Depends on what state you're in, too. Nemo. It would sound a lot like that, too, Chris. That 308 was so quiet because those were some hand loads. We did some subsonic 308s. We just did it for the hell of it. People lost their minds on that video. Like, acted like it was a sin to make 300 or 308 subsonics. Oh, you should use 300 blackout. It's like, yeah, clearly, but yeah, they sound really similar. The fireballs from that Nightmare is insane. I need to see that. The little Maxim fireballs are insane. Well, folks, I really appreciate y'all being here. We will do some more lives. I'll try to give heads up. Huge thanks to everybody that came in here while I packed my bags. Coyote hunt in the morning. I'm gonna try to get up at 4:30 a.m. That's about an hour earlier than I normally do. So thanks everybody not sponsoring Run Gun, Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for being the mods. Y'all are the shit. We'll get on some more live streams soon. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend. Shoot. Have a good time. Thanks, Run Gun Business. Catch y'all later. Have a good night. If I can turn my camera off.